Next question, the member for London West.
Thank you, Speaker. My question is to the Premier. Speaker, whether workers are returning to the workplace or have worked there all along, this government has made one thing clear. Don't count on us to help keep workers safe. Not only did they scrap COVID isolation requirements, they also scrapped the Independent Science Advisory Table before its members could advise against this dangerous move. Ontario workers are now more vulnerable than ever, especially if they don't have access to paid sick days. Speaker, instead of spreading illness in the workplace, will this government help prevent illness? Will they bring in 10 permanent paid sick days for all Ontario workers?
Minister of Labour.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. We were the first province in the country to bring in job-protected leave when COVID-19 hit the province. When you're sick, you can stay home and you can't be fired for that. Furthermore, Mr. Speaker, we were the first province in the country to bring in paid sick days for workers to stay home, and those businesses get reimbursed up to $200 per day. Mr. Speaker, we'll continue having the backs of workers every single day during this pandemic and beyond. That's why during the pandemic, Mr. Speaker, we hired more than 100 new health and safety inspectors. And I have to remind the opposition members, you voted against that. You voted against raising the total number of health and safety inspectors to the most in provincial history. Shame. But guess what, Mr. Speaker? Under the leadership of Premier Ford and our PC government, we got it done.
The supplementary question.
Thank you, Speaker. This was the first government to cancel the 2 paid sick days that workers had in Ontario. Speaker, as the outgoing members of the Science Advisory Table have stated, COVID is far from over. It still poses real and significant risks. Dropping mandatory isolation was reckless and the wrong thing to do. We are also heading into a potentially wicked flu season, and no Ontario worker should have to choose between going to work sick and losing their pay. Will this government finally do the right thing, pass my private member's bill, and ensure that all Ontario workers have 10 permanent paid sick days?
Minister of Labour.
Well, Mr. Speaker, we'll continue working for workers every single day. That's why we increased the number of health and safety inspectors. And we've done, since the pandemic hit Ontario, more than 100,000 inspections and investigations in workplaces right across this province. It's why we were the first in Canada to bring in job-protected leave almost on day one when this pandemic hit. It's why we were the first province in the country to bring in 3 paid sick days. And the member opposite is well aware we've extended this until the end of March next year. But I can be clear with the members opposite and with all the people of Ontario that we'll continue to have their backs. We'll continue to ensure that we protect workers, that they can stay home when they're safe, and we'll continue working for workers every day.